Hello guys, this is Eric, and today I'm going to be talking about why I'm a crossdresser.
Is anyone there? Hi.
Okay, so this is going to be a very personal video, as you can probably fucking imagine. I don't know where to start with this, really, other than the fact that I guess to just clear the air real quick, if you read the title and you probably are going to assume what this is about. For the people that don't know, yes, I am a crossdresser. And God, I this is gonna be a hard one to do because it's just a very personal thing, you know. It's just kind of like I can talk about it. It's just I don't think I've made a video addressing this or talking about it directly, so it's just very weird. And this is gonna be kind of hard to do, but I'm gonna do it anyways because I feel like it's important. And the reason why I'm making this video is not to just say, hey, you know, I'm this, you know, just to say it, you know. It's mostly to like give my experiences of what it's like to being someone like me, and to give maybe some insight to other people that might be kind of like me too, I guess. Now, the first thing someone may think when they initially hear someone as a crossdresser, like you, for example, if you're just finding this out about me, you may be like, what the fuck, Eric's a crossdresser? And that initially can change someone's perspective of you, and they'll act like, oh, you're like this completely different person now. I don't even recognize you, you know, just because it's a different appearance and all that stuff. When in actuality, it's like they're the same person they've always been. They're the same friend, they're the same son or daughter, depending on if they're transgender or if they have different pronouns, obviously. But I'm just saying they're the same person at heart. They're still, you know, your friend or person that you love. It's just, you know that about them now. Nothing else has changed. You just know more about them now, and you're seeing them in a new light. You've never seen them before, or you never even knew existed in the first place, which initially can cause like some confusion in some people because they're just not used to it. But like, you're just seeing them in a new perspective or a new light, but that doesn't mean they're just automatically like this radically different person now. It's like, oh, I miss the old you. It's like, dude, I'm finally like expressing myself. This has always been me. You're just seeing it for the first time, you know what I'm saying? So I want to say it was earlier this year when I first started wearing stuff like that. I believe so, or it could have been maybe the end of the year of last year, maybe. I can't exactly remember time frame, but I do remember just how fucking nervous I was. Holy fucking shit. Like, I don't think people understand, like, even when I first like just started shopping for that kind of stuff in person, you know, in like the girls section, that's nerve-wracking enough as it is on its own. And actually wearing that stuff out in public, it's even more so. And it's like, so that was obviously a big hurdle to go over, you know. But I remember the first time I did that, and afterwards I felt really happy and euphoric, and I was just like, holy shit, I can't believe I'm actually like doing this right now. This is kind of fucking insane. But like, I was extremely joyous and euphoric, and you know, despite how nervous I was to even buy the clothes, I wasn't even wearing anything like that. I was just buying them, you know, for the first time and all that. And yeah, so I started to slowly over time basically wear stuff that, like, at first I think it just started out as stuff draped over me, and then I started to actually wear stuff that was like this. For example, this is a really cute skirt that I got. Sonic died. Sonic the Hedgehog is fucking dead. So it's basically just this draped over like a t-shirt or something, and I wore it around me, and that's how I first started like expressing that side of myself and whatnot. So I started out small, and I like basically worked my way up. And I remember the first time I went out in a dress in public, and I was so fucking mortified. It was so goddamn scary. I cannot stress that enough. As someone that also has anxiety issues and social anxiety and all that stuff, it was very, very, very nerve-wracking, but I ended up doing it. Thankfully, I did start small, like I said, and the first time I wore that dress, or a dress out in public, it was at a college class. There wasn't a whole lot of people in that class, so like I felt a bit more comfortable since it was just a small group of people, and they were all pretty like open-minded about that kind of stuff. They weren't against people like me or whatever, so I felt a bit more comfortable to do that. But at the same time, I was still extremely fucking nervous. I cannot express that enough. It is very nerve-wracking, and it gets to a point to where you do it more and more and more, to where like it really doesn't bother you anymore. As crazy as that sounds, like you really get used to it, and you just like love how you feel and how you look, and you feel like you're finally like expressing that part of yourself and being you, and it's just really good and great, and I love it. It's just admittedly though, like it still does, like I still get kind of nervous sometimes, obviously, because I think anyone would, but in my position, if you're like a male dressing up like that, obviously you're gonna have some people that look at you. But at this point, I really don't give a shit what people think of me, because if you're someone like me, you can't give a shit. Basically, you really can't afford to give a shit if you're someone like me, because if you like spend your time just thinking about it all the time and worrying about it, you're gonna drive yourself fucking nuts, and you don't want to do that. So you really have to just not give a shit about it, honestly, dog. It's not worth your time. Like after I basically come home from wearing something like that out in public, I don't really think about like, oh, look at that person who looked at me. I don't think about that kind of stuff. It does not bother me at all. Like, admittedly, yes, I still get nervous sometimes, but like I think it's just gonna happen sometimes, dog, honestly. And I'm still just really proud of myself that I had the courage to do it, and I'm still doing it. And it's really nice. It's really nice, and I really like it. Another thing to point out as well is that I don't like live in a city or anything. I live in a pretty like rural area for the most part, so people like me are a lot less common as well. So that's another thing as well to keep in mind. And I thought about all this stuff and all this shit even before coming out about all this, right? When I initially did, I think it was like the end 2020 or maybe in the middle of it. I don't remember exactly, in all honesty. That whole year was just kind of a blur, and it sucked ass, and it wasn't that great for me. But that was a positive though that came out about that, and I'm just glad that at least my parents are supportive of me. That's good, because like I know that like not everyone has that, man, and it sucks ass. It's terrible, and I hate it. I'm just glad my mom and dad support me still, and didn't fucking like treat me like I didn't exist anymore because of it or anything like that, or like kick me on the streets or anything like that, which I'm really appreciative of. I don't take that for granted, because I know not everyone has that, and it fucking sucks. It's awful, and I hate that for them, because like it just sucks ass to think like, because I know there were some things before coming out I thought about that I was like, okay, that's gonna happen, and it did happen, and which is unfortunate, and I can't really talk about those things, unfortunately. I mean, I could, but I don't know if I would. Let's just say that like I do. I don't know if I should mention that, actually. I'll just mention it. I'll be really brief about it. I do live with someone that's not supportive of me, but they're not family. So that's all I'll say about that. I won't go into detail. That's a little too personal. And I won't say any names or anything. But I'm just at least happy that my parents, are supportive of me, my actual family. And that's all I'll say about that, because like I know not everyone has that. And it fucking sucks for real, dog. Like I hate that for them. And I know I already said that, but it just bears repeating. So I haven't really been doing this for a long time now. I have been doing it for a little while, for a couple months. And at first it was just extremely scary. Just gotta be honest with you, dog. But it's going to be at first if you plan on coming out to someone about this kind of thing. Coming out in general is just very scary, and I had to do it 2 times. One back in like middle school when they thought I was gay and I was questioning my sexuality and all that stuff. and then a second time for this, possibly a third if I find out I'm trans one day. I don't consider myself trans at the moment. I think about that a lot, but I don't think I am right now. Maybe someday I'll find that out, and if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't, you know? I'm one of those people that, like, I don't really care what gender you refer to me as, because I'm a dude at heart. That's what I am, physically as well. But, like, I wouldn't mind if someone called me a girl. I don't really care about, like, gender norms and all that stuff. And, it doesn't really bother me. Like, I know with, like, trans folks, when people use, like, incorrect pronouns, it can, like, cause their, like, dysphoria to get even worse and all that stuff, because dysphoria, gender dysphoria is, like, a real thing trans people go through, and I definitely question if I'm going through it or not. I don't know if I am, because a lot of people like me are in denial, basically, and we don't really know if we are. But if I am someday, I'll figure it out on my own time. If I'm not, I'm not. So you can call me whatever the fuck you want to call me. I don't really care. I'm not gonna change my YouTube name or anything. You can call me whatever you want. I don't care. But yeah, I think they call those people gender fluid. That's what I consider myself as, at least. As of right now, it could change in the future. But, yeah. So being a crossdresser, like, it has a lot of negative connotation to it when you tell people that, because it's like, they automatically assume you're like this sex deviant or like pervert, or you're trying to trick people, when that's not what it's about at all. Like, the whole reason why I'm doing this, why I want to, and why, like, so many other people want to as well, it's just the feeling of it, and how we feel, and how we want to be viewed or expressed, or how we want to express ourselves. That's basically what it's about, just how we feel, basically in the heart, and we want to, like, express that and stuff. And some people, there's actual science behind it. Some people have more feminine traits in their brain. Some people have more masculine traits in their brain. Testosterone, and what was the other one called? Some people have more testosterone, some people don't. So, like, their brains could have more testosterone, but they're in a male body, or vice versa, you know, with a female, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's, like, actual science behind it and whatnot. And I'm not, like, trying to, like, come off like I'm being preachy or anything to you guys, because I don't want I don't want your perception of me to change just because you know this about me now. You know that I'm a crossdresser and all that stuff. Because I'm still the same person at heart. Nothing has changed about me, other than, like, what I wear and all that stuff. But, like, this is just what I've always wanted to do, and, like, express myself in some kind of way. Because, like, when I was younger, I didn't ever think I'd be a crossdresser. It's just, like, over time, I started to realize I really don't like feeling masculine at all. Like, it's just never fit me at all. I just never felt like it suited me at all. I don't know why. I just always felt that way. And I would slowly realize over time that I'm pretty feminine, and, like, I would indulge in those kind of things as time moved on, and just kind of, like, it basically led up to where I am right now. So I am really proud of myself. It's just, I would be cautious. You know, if you are feeling that you want to try what I'm doing, if anyone's watching this video, if you feel like you've always wanted to wear stuff like that and you want to express that side of yourself and whatnot, you know, that's completely valid and okay with me. It's just, make sure that you're in a good environment to do that in, okay, before you come out. I can't stress that enough. Do not come out. You can wait until you're an adult and you're on your own, or just you have your own place or whatever, until you come out as either gay or trans or what have you, a crossdresser. Just make sure you're in a safe environment first before you come out as anything, even if it's gay or what have you. I cannot stress that enough, because I've come out twice, so I would know. Maybe even a third time in the future if I come out as trans. If I find that out, who knows? But I just want to really emphasize, just make sure you're in a safe environment if you do plan on coming out, because you can wait on coming out if you're not, because it's not worth any kind of abuse or anything like that if you aren't. I cannot stress that fucking shit enough, dog. I cannot stress it enough. Just make sure you're safe. You can come out later when you're in a better environment. I cannot stress that enough, because you really don't want to risk that, dog. I know it sucks ass. I know it's terrible, because like I was basically like hiding that fact for a very long time back in middle school, that I was questioning that, and I had to come out about it. And now this back in like 2020 or so, I think. And because coming out in general is hard, because you don't know how people are going to react. You don't know how your family's going to react. You don't know how friends are going to react. Thankfully with me, all my family's okay with it. I know my dad hasn't really seen me much wearing this kind of stuff. But my mom is completely okay with it, which I'm very blessed, honestly, because I know a lot of people don't have that. And it's unfortunate. But yeah, just again, make sure you're in a good environment that's safe before you come out as anything, okay? I know it sucks, but if it's what you gotta do, it's what you gotta do. You can wait to come out until you're an adult, you're on your own, or you're out of that environment, and then do it, okay? I know it sucks ass that you even have to do that, but it's best to play it safe, because you don't want to risk your livelihood just for the sake of that, you know? Because like coming out is great. It's very stressful though, but it's also like euphoric in a way. It's supposed to be like a celebration kind of, and you don't want that ruined for you. I personally wouldn't want that ruined for you, even though I don't even know you. If there's anyone watching this video that questions that kind of stuff all the time, just know that those thoughts are completely normal. You're not like weird or anything for them. And just take it one day at a time. You know, kind of like just realize things, like really think about them. Don't dwell on them, but like just really like evaluate yourself and really dig deep into who you are really. And you might be surprised at what you find, just like I was. And this is like a really, really deep video, I know, but like it's a very personal topic, you know. You guys know that I'm this now, you know, I'm a crossdresser and stuff, and there might come a day to where like I find out I'm trans. I don't know. Life is just about like figuring shit out as you go along anyways, right? So yeah. So again, if there's anyone watching this video that it questions that kind of stuff all the time, whether they, you know, want to wear stuff like that, or if they're gay, or they feel like they may be trans, just make sure that you're in a safe environment before you come out as anything, because you don't want that euphoria after coming out to be ruined by someone else that doesn't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want that for you. Even though I don't know you, I wouldn't want that for anyone, honestly. And it sucks that happens so often too. It's a damn shame. But you know, people are going to be what they are. Some people are just not going to like that. And if you want to be like someone like me, you have to just accept that not everyone is going to like you. Not everyone is going to be accepting of that. And that's okay. I don't really give a damn. So if you want to be like someone like me that's a crossdresser, you gotta like not let people get to you, or like just really give a shit at all, honestly, because you can't really afford to care. Because if you just think about that shit all the time, it's gonna drive you fucking nuts, and it's just not fucking worth it, dog. Like really, it's not worth it at all. So yeah, that's like my experiences of being a crossdresser. You guys know that about me now. Hopefully it doesn't change your perspective of me at all. I know this is kind of sudden, but I have talked about a little bit in the past, not a lot. I remember back in a New Year's stream I did at the beginning of 2020, I talked about a little bit, somewhat my desire to wear stuff like that. And I was still learning about what I was and what I wanted to do and all that stuff. And that's really all what it's about, just self-expression, how it feels, you know, how you feel wearing that stuff. It's basically what it is at the end of the day, and why people do it and why people like me do it. So yeah, I think that's about it. I don't really have anything else to talk about that I know of. So, I think that'll be it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I know you all probably learned a lot about me and all that stuff. I wish you guys could see more of the skirt. It's fucking cute as shit in this little bag pocketbook thing I have. I want you guys to see this. Hold on. It's so fucking cute. This is the cutest shit. I love this thing. It's like my favorite thing in the world right now. Look at my shoes. I got new shoes. Why am I showing you this? I don't know, but I just think it's really cute. I feel very euphoric wearing it out in public and stuff. It really makes me happy. But yeah, I think that's all I have to talk about today. A lot of new information, I know. I'm still me, guys. I haven't changed. It's just some things I wear might be a little bit different now. But that doesn't really matter to you all that much because you won't really see it anyways. So it's just something you know about me now, and it's nothing that should really change your perspective of me. I hope, at least. I'm sorry if it does, but like if it does, then nothing I can really do about that. I mean, it's not really my fault. You know, I'm just basically telling you something about me that you don't know probably. I do have fans on Twitter that are very supportive of me. That I really do appreciate. I've gotten a lot of nice messages and like replies and stuff from people, and it's just really nice, and it makes me feel like more valid, you know. So yeah, I guess that'll be it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed it. I know it was a little personal, very personal, but I hope you got something out of it. If you're like maybe questioning about that kind of stuff, I'm not trying to like convert people to be exactly like me. I hope I'm not giving that off. I hope I'm not giving that vibe at all. I'm basically just explaining my experiences with doing this. I'm not trying to convert people to be exactly like me, okay? I promise I'm not. That's not the point of this fucking video. I'm just trying to express that side of myself and basically give some insight to what it's like and possibly help someone else maybe watching this video. So, hope you all enjoyed it. And this is Ultimate ES Man signing off. Thanks for watching.